Providing access to clean water. Water is life and clean water means health, by Audrey Hepburn. I'll just have some water, please. The main issue here is over the whole world there are about 4.2 billion people without a clean source of water to drink from. Eritrea, Papua, and Uganda are the three countries with the lowest access to clean water. But wait, there's more.
And sanitation. Two everyday necessities many people take for granted. Yet millions still struggle to access clean water and good sanitation on a daily basis. Here's what you need to know. We've come a long way when it comes to water and sanitation. Over the course of the past 25 years, 2.6 billion people have gained access to a source of improved drinking water. Progress has never been so refreshing. But the fact remains that as we speak, 8 out of every 10 people living in rural areas are still getting by without a decent source of drinkable water. That's 663 million people whose everyday lives would be easier, safer, and healthier if they weren't being denied their right to clean water. And water isn't just for drinking. From washing our hands to brushing our teeth, water plays a big role in keeping us healthy and clean. So a lack of clean water goes hand in hand with inadequate sanitation all over the world. Poor sanitation is still staggeringly common. Right now, almost a third of the world makes do without improved sanitation facilities like safe and private toilets. Of that group, close to 950 million people have no other option but to go outdoors and in the open. That's not just inconvenient. It's downright dangerous. Poor sanitation exposes people to a range of life-threatening illnesses, including diarrhea, which claims around 280,000 lives per year. Kids are especially vulnerable. 1,400 children die every single day because of diarrhea. Making matters worse, a lack of sanitation facilities often forces women and girls to travel long distances to use public toilets, exposing them to the threat of physical or sexual harassment. Imagine having to go about your day without clean drinking water and a private place to use the toilet. That's not a world anyone should have to call home. So join the movement, become a global citizen. Together, we can make sure world leaders do their part to guarantee clean water and sanitation for all.
And a little bit more.
Most of us have never been thirsty. The developed world shares a misguided belief that water is an abundant resource. When we are thirsty, we go to the tap. But what if you didn't have a tap or a nearby water source? Almost 800 million people live this way. The burden of collecting water usually falls upon women and children who walk 3 hours every day to the nearest pond or river. This is time they can't spend getting an education, earning an income, or raising their family. The little water they've collected is contaminated with germs that cause diseases. The families know this, but they have no other choice. Children under the age of 5 are affected most by these germs. Roughly every 19 seconds, a mother loses her child due to a water-related illness. Water is life's most basic need, and there is a solution. Organisations are working tirelessly to provide everyone with a sustainable water source. They focus on simple methods that actually work, such as freshwater wells, rainwater catchments, water pumps and filters. These solutions bring water closer to people who need it. Make the decision to help. You are a global citizen. No matter where you're from, you belong to a certain humanity. It is possible. We have the energy and the skills to change the world. We can make a difference, and the power lies within you. You have the power to use your voice, which can literally save lives. So I'm asking you to share this video. Raising awareness is the first step to world change, and the world is calling on you to make a difference. We are World Change.
Ethical issues. Controlling water loss and contamination is a major ethical challenge. The guiding ethical norm is more principles of sustainability. This principle requires that the rate of human-induced water loss and contamination not exceed the ability of water sources to cleanse and replenish itself. Our drinking water sources right now would include ground sources such as groundwater, precipitation, which includes rain, hail, snow, fog, etc., surface waters such as rivers, streams, glaciers, biological sources such as plants, water supply networks. Our possible solution would go all the way back to when the Romans built aqueducts. Aqueducts are basically tunnels of water that flew into their cities coming from natural sources, and we would recreate these, but we would put boilers and many different filters to make sure the water is filtered and clean. Possible impacts. Poor sanitation are linked to transmission of diseases such as cholera, diarrhea, hepatitis A, and polio. After the process was over, we were planning on getting together multiple different teams around the world to make the world more green. We were going to plant as many trees as possible. This is my bibliography. I did decide to just put a quick little slideshow in of how a lot of people around the world have to live and how differently it is from we live. And this presentation was by Hannah Gomez.